Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Dominate Your Day to Dominate Your Life. I am your host, believer, father, husband, visionary in the now, sales hustler, and the founder of Why I'm a Lion, Sean Woodward. This week, I want to cover the morning. This is a crucial piece of your day that would help you dominate your life if you dominated your mornings. And this is something that, over the course of time is something that I've learned that isn't something that just comes naturally. Me personally, I'm not really a morning person. I'm naturally a night owl. I used to be the one to stay up really late and get up at the last possible second and get my way into work when I first started my work career. And I'm sure that's the case most of the time for most people that are young and you're trying to figure out your life and figure out what you want to do with it. And there's got to be something that obviously that motivates you to get out of bed, right? And that's something that I think is a piece that we all have to have in order for us to get us moving, especially those that are naturally not the type of person that's going to be a morning person. So one of the things that I learned a long time ago when I started to get myself up an hour early, 2 hours earlier than what I typically was doing for most of my early 20s, was the first thing that I did was I felt like I had to have something that needed to be accomplished. I needed to have something that needed to be done before I went into work. So it was simple things like going to the gym, bettering my health, something of that nature, some type of goal that I was trying to achieve with my workouts was what I was using to help get myself motivated and get out there. But I'm here to tell you that that shouldn't be the only reason why that you want to get up in the morning. Something that I've recently learned is there's certain tasks and certain things that you want to accomplish on a daily basis prior to getting your day started, so to speak, with work or what have you. So one of the things that I personally do is when I get up, and I typically get up every single morning during the week, Monday through Friday at 4:30. On the weekends, typically I get up about 5:30. And one of the things that I do as soon as I get up is I start to read. That's right, I read. I don't get a cup of coffee. I get that shortly thereafter, but I start to read. I use it as a way to exercise my mind. Now, what the interesting part is that when I first started doing this, it was difficult to get through the first page. You're still tired. You're still rolling out of bed. You're still not really yourself. But the first thing that I do is I pick up the book that I'm reading and I start to read. I start to read to start exercising my mind, and I highly recommend doing that. The next thing that I do is I start to go through my gratitude and goals list. And as I'm doing that, I'm listening to piano music in the background. I have found, for me personally, piano music relaxes my mind big time. Sometimes I'll just throw it on in the car. Sometimes I'll just throw it on as far as on my set of headphones and just sit there and listen to the piano. And I found that it actually de-stresses me and it actually relaxes my mind as I focus in as far as the music and the sounds that are going through my ears. I do the same thing though when I'm doing my gratitude and goals for a reason. The reason why that I do it while I'm doing my gratitude and goal list is because it allows me to make sure and focus in as far as in what those goals are and kind of really dive in to think about how I need to accomplish those goals, and then also what I'm thankful for and the things that I'm thankful for. It helps me ease that, so that way it just kind of rolls off. So that way, every single day when I'm saying what I'm thankful for, I'm not saying the same thing over and over again. I may say the same thing a few days in a row, but at the same time, though, there's so much to be thankful for as far as in life, and you have to put it on paper. So to segue that, I do a gratitude and goals list every single morning. Doesn't matter, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Saturday, automatic, I get it done. I write down my goals, I write down my yearly, my monthly, and then I write down my daily. I actually have a book I got from one of my mentors. He actually sells them. It's a daily planner, Glenn Lundy, hashtag Rise and Grind. He has a planner that actually breaks down the 5 things, the morning 5 is what we call it, that you have to do. And then at the same time, it actually goes over the gratitude, the goals, and it gives you a place to put all that into the book on a daily basis. There's also a daily quote. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. He sells them on Amazon. But obviously the year's almost over, so we're pretty much going to have 2020 books pretty soon. So I highly recommend that. To go off of that as well with my mentor Glenn Lundy, actually, I've been through a couple of his master classes that he's had, and it's really, really good stuff. The morning 5, to go over that with you, is that in the morning, as soon as you wake up, you don't hit the snooze button. Can't hit the snooze button. The second thing that you have to do is you can't use your phone. You can't pick it up, can't do it. And I don't use the phone. So you never pick up the phone. You start as far as what you need to do. You do a gratitude and goals list. You do some type of physical activity. And then you also send a positive message to somebody. Those are the 5 things. And I believe those 5 things, and when you're accomplishing those things, along with some of the other things that we're discussing, you're starting to get your day off on the right foot. And that's really where the key to this success is. This is where the sauce is if you wake up in the morning, don't hit the snooze button, boom, you just accomplished something. You don't pick up your phone right away to check your email, Facebook notifications, whatever. You don't do that. That's a task. I mean, that is an accomplishment in today's world. The third thing, doing your gratitude and goals, because you should be thankful for everything that you do have and everything that you're going to be blessed upon. And then at the same time, you also need to understand as far as where you're at with your yearly, your monthly, and then of course what your daily is going to help you to get you to your monthly and get you to your yearly. The fourth thing, doing a physical activity, we got to stay in shape, guys. I mean, that's something that I pride myself in, that I've been able to do for a while now. Been able to stay focused on that. Not so much as far as with the nutrition, but definitely as far as with the with the physical activity. And then the fifth thing, sending a positive message to somebody. There's somebody that's within your tribe, within your pride, within your group, within your circle that needs some uplifting, and you should make it a point every single day to do that. But just think about it. If you do the morning 5, like Glenn says, I mean, you've started your day off right. Now you got 5 accomplishments. And then, of course, the things that I've added to that, too, as far as into my personal morning routine, such as I read as soon as I get up. That's a task in itself. I mean, that's something that you should be doing as far as daily. The average CEO reads 1 book a week. So if you really think about it, if you really want to chase and you want to be top dog, you want to be a CEO one day, you want to run your own business, well, I got news for you. You got to do what they do, and then you also got to do something a little different as far as to get a different result, right? So that's a big, big thing that you have to look at. And then, of course, listening to the music and relaxing my mind, de-stressing me, refocusing me, recalibrating as far as myself. And that's what I use that, listening to the music and what that does for me. So, the morning is huge. And I know that some of you are going to say, well, I'm not a morning person. I'm an afternoon person. I'm a night owl, or whatever the case is. But the reality is that it's not going to get you to where you want to be. Because here's the thing. If you're my competitor, and I'm getting up every single day at 4:30, who's going to win? Who's starting off right? If you're not getting up to 7 o'clock, 7:30, I'm already up on you by 3 hours. And guess what? I got news for you. I'm getting up at 4:30, and there's people that got an hour on me. There's people that have an hour and a half on me. Some people get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's crazy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to increase. I want to start getting up at, call it 4 o'clock, and then eventually 3:30. So in order for these things to happen, you have to start to realize where you're currently at, but then realize that you have to start getting outside of your comfort zone. And that's what this does. This is what this did for me. I highly recommend you need to build some type of morning routine. And no, you cannot get up at 7:30, 7 o'clock, 6:30, 6 o'clock, 5:30, and even 5 o'clock for that matter. You have to start beating the clock. You got to start beating your competition every single day. And that's what a competitor does. Find a way. And right now, I'm telling you this. If you want to dominate your day, you have to have a solid morning routine every single day, just chipping away at it and getting better every single day. So if you like this video, visit our YouTube page. We have our first episode, which was last week. It's currently posted up there. On top of that, we're also going to be posting going forward recaps from our motivational huddles that we have every single day, Monday through Friday, that get posted on Instagram and Facebook. So visit our Facebook or Instagram page at Why I'm a Lion. You can certainly also visit our website, which is www.whyimalion.com. I will see you guys next week, and have a fantastic day. See ya.